What up, Just Prince TV here. Word just got to me that this young cat named Young Noble wanna diss.
All these weak rappers, Nas, all these suckers, they battling off the East and West like this is a game. This ain't no game.
Nas, listen, you lost your last battle to Jay. Must I remind you, he fucked your baby mama. He dissed you, then signed you, nigga. Ha, I try to turn a blind eye to the fake shit, cause I've been...
Listen, man. I woke up. I'm listening to reports. Young Noble says this about Nas. I thought he said it in an interview and people just making a big deal about it. Come to find out, this man made a 7-minute diss song towards Nas. Calling Nas fake, calling Nas a liar. This, that, and the third. Dog, we're almost going into 30 plus years of this whole Nas versus Tupac beef. What happened in New York?
A year ago, I held it a whole year ago. Motherfuckers was like, nah, don't do it. Leave it alone. I'm like, all right, I'm going to save it. He going to make me use it. I can just tell how he moving. Yeah, it's just time, So hopefully he replied, man. But I doubt it because he, what the f*** he going to say? What he going to write a rhyme and say, yeah, I've been lying on Tupac. Noble's right. I mean, what the f***,
Right.
Yeah, he going to have to sit with that one. He going to have to...
Listen. If you felt some type of way about what Nas was saying about Tupac, why didn't you address it years ago? Why are you all of a sudden now addressing it and accusing Nas of chasing Tupac clout? You chasing Nas clout. Because you was just on an interview and we got the receipts of you complimenting Nas, giving Nas all the compliments in the world, talking all lovey-dovey about Nas, right? All of a sudden, 24 hours later, 48 hours later, wherever it may be, you make a diss song about Nas? And who's the one chasing clout? First of all, homie, pump the brakes on Tupac. Tupac is not some fucking god that expired everything in hip hop. He was expired by other artists too. And one of them was Nas. And he bit off Nas just as much as Nas probably bit off Tupac. They fed off each other. A lot of hip-hop artists, when they like other artists, that's what they do, right? You said it yourself that Tupac was bumping It Was Written all day in his car, every single day. You don't think some of his music and songs was inspired by Nas? Especially when the media said you can't make a mafiosa album like It Was Written? The whole fucking Machiavelli 7-Day Dairy album is a fucking blueprint and copycat songs off It Was Written. I Gave You Power, Me and My Girlfriend. Same shit. Literally, who you think expired it? Who came out with the song I Gave You Power? I Made You Buck Wild. Nas came out with that first. Alright? All of those songs on that album is mafiosa style songs expired by Nas. And that album, alright? That album was Tupac's answer to It Was Written, because people say the media was saying Tupac couldn't do a lyrical album that was close to It Was Written like that. And 7-Day Dairy, good album, but it still wasn't on a level of lyricism like It Was Written. So Young Noble, pump the brakes. This song that you make is weak. These claims that you're making against Nas is weak. You sit there and say, oh, everybody was deep, I'm giving Nas props for not setting it off. You just said it was a definition. So that means none of you guys would have came out alive in that confrontation. So why are you boasting and bragging about something that would have left Tupac gone, that would have left Nas gone? It was a suicide mission. So that means both of y'all was deep. All right? Everybody had the hammers on them. And being a guy from Queens, you see it right here, QB, Queensbridge, my hood. I can tell you off the bat, a lot of these stories, you can't even tell which one's real at this point, because Snoop Dogg got a different story. Nas got a different story. Jungle got a different story. Your mans, the Outlaws, all of those teams, Napoleon, Young Noble, yourself, got different stories. So at this point, nobody knows what to believe, but the shit is so fucking old. At this point, what are you boasting and bragging about? That you didn't have a confrontation with that you didn't have a confrontation with Nas in Central Park? You would have been split too. Your head would have been split open too. It would have been a no-win situation for you and a no-win situation for Nas. That's why both of y'all walked away shaking hands. All right? So if you felt Nas was this and that, you could have addressed it when you had the chance to. And you still had the chance to do it years after Pac's death. So what the fuck are you doing now making a diss song going at Nas? Come on, man. This shit is weak. What are we talking about? Man, sit down. Sit your old ass down, bro. You know, and Nas, don't respond back to this dude because all he doing is looking for clout off your stories. Only one knows what going on between you and Tupac was Nas and Tupac. They were the only ones talking face to face. And Tupac ain't here to tell his story. If Tupac said Nas is not a liar, then you're going to have to leave it the way it is. And he ain't here to defend himself if that was the case. Man, Just Prince TV out. Peace.